What's good, Skins fans, man? This quarantine, you got me ready to suit up, man, for real, seriously. Like, this is day 9 right now with the quarantine, so hope everybody's staying safe. As you guys know, last night I think it was officially made that the Redskins are shopping Quinton Dunbar because there was a little confusion, like his tweets and his Instagram. He took all Redskins stuff off his Twitter and Instagram the other day. I want to say yesterday or 2 days ago, but we are officially shopping him now. He did make some cryptic tweets talking about I've lost all respect, fam. Talking about Ron Rivera and the Redskins front office, basically. There's another tweet I forgot he said. He said, what did he say? He said, oh, new beginnings. He said he's ready for new beginnings on Twitter. He did talk about Larry Hess and the trainer. He did talk about him saying that Larry Hess misdiagnosed him or said that he pushed him back to play when Quinton Dunbar really wasn't ready to play with the nerve damage from last year. So he's talking about the previous training on Larry Hess wrongly said that Dunbar was ready to play, even though Dunbar really wasn't ready to play. Maybe he would have waited 2 or 3 more games instead of coming back in that Thanksgiving game against Dallas where he got torched on Thanksgiving. Maybe he could have been in full strength. So in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of trading Quinton Dunbar, but it is what it is. If you don't want to be here, then it is what it is. You got to go under the new regime, and that's what Ron wants. But I think Quinton Dunbar by far is the best corner on this team. Better than Fabian Moreau, of course. Better than Jimmy Moore. And it's not saying much. Our corners aren't that great. We got Kendall Fuller, but Kendall Fuller's a slot corner. He's not an outside guy. He hasn't really played outside the NFL. He was when he was with us, he was best in the slot, and he played a little bit of safety with Kansas City. But honestly, he really wasn't. He wasn't. Kendall Fuller didn't play nearly as great as he did for the Washington Redskins in Kansas City. So it's just tough, man. It really sucks. You got to play. You got to trade an all-pro caliber left tackle in Trent Williams, and now you got to play. Now you got to trade a corner who was on his way to, in my opinion, was a Pro Bowl corner last year. He really was. Played really well. Had a interception again. 2 picks, back-to-back picks on Daniel Jones. Had a pick in the Miami game. Had a pick in the Lions game. Played really well, and he played against the better corner. He played against the best receiver on every team, because if we knew Josh Norman was lining up, we knew we were just done. We knew we were done for. If Josh Norman was guarding the best wide receiver, any receiver, honestly, Josh Norman got burnt. It could have been the 4th string guy, and Josh Norman was just getting cooked. So Quinton Dunbar obviously had to guard the best guy on every team that we played, and Quinton Dunbar definitely stepped up to the plate in the games that he played. And played fairly well. Now a lot of Redskins fans are so quick to ship off Quinton Dunbar. I'm not one of those guys. I'm not quick to ship him off. If it were up to me, I would try to work something out. I want to see how much money he really wants, and I would give him a guaranteed contract. Now, if he's asking for more than $10 million, then yeah, I understand you can't do that. Now, I know he's upset because Kendall Fuller, new guys have come in and got more money. Kendall Fuller got $10 million, so I know he's not happy about that, and he probably thinks he's better than $10 million. But the thing is, with Quinton Dunbar, you gotta do more. You gotta be healthy. You gotta be healthy more consistently in more years. You can't just have one elite year and then expect to get a whole bunch of money. The years before he played pretty well, but he never played anywhere near the level that he did this past year in 2019. And I really, like I said, if it was up to me, I would keep Quinton Dunbar. I would try to keep him here because our cornerbacks are thin as it is. Really don't have a lot of corners. Like I said, Fabian Moreau is more injury prone than Quinton Dunbar, and Jimmy Moreland is still learning the slot position. Kendall Fuller's a slot corner. We don't have a lot of outside guys. We just don't. And DRC, I wouldn't bring him back. He's not really going to help him. He'd be a depth guy, but I wouldn't bring DRC back if it were up to me. And then the cornerback options that are out there, Slay is off the market now for a trade. Bradbury's gone. Byron Jones is gone. So the free agent pickings are slim. There's the guy, Desir from the Colts. I mean, we could sign him. The other guys that are available is Ronald Darby. I mean, Brashad Breeland he's pretty good. I don't think he's as good as Quinton Dunbar, but I like Brashad Breeland. He's pretty good. And I'm trying to think, it's Ronald Darby, who's any Eagles corner was awful last year. So I really don't want to go after Ronald Darby. Xavier Rhodes was awful last year. So there's really not a lot of corners in free agency that I'm really looking for. Now, if you do trade Quinton Dunbar, I think at best you're really going to get a 4th round pick. I don't see anybody giving up a 3rd because of the injury history. So I really don't see us getting anything higher than a 4th. Now, you could package him with Trent Williams, maybe trade him to the Buccaneers for a lot of people want O.J. Howard. And you have to, for me to do that trade for O.J. Howard, Bucks have to give us a 2nd round and a 3rd if they want Trent Williams, who can be an all-pro tackle, and Quinton Dunbar, who can be a Pro Bowl corner. So you're getting 2 really good players from the Washington Redskins. So you're going to have to give us O.J. Howard, second and a third. And O.J. Howard hasn't really produced much. And it's not his fault because the Buccaneers offense doesn't really use the tight end. But O.J. Howard doesn't produce enough numbers for me to just, give up a bunch of players just for him in a second-round pick. You got to give us O.J. Howard and multiple picks, in my opinion, if you're going to do that trade. And there's still the Browns, David Njoku. He's pretty good, but his numbers aren't up to par because of injuries and production. He's still super, super talented. He had one pretty good year, and then last year he had the injury, put him on IR, so he really didn't do much. So if we're going to trade Trent to the Browns and Quinton Dunbar to the Browns, it would have to be for Njoku, second, third, fourth. It had to be multiple picks, in my opinion, if I were Ron Rivera right now. And it seems like Ron Rivera is really putting the strings, guys. We haven't made any big signings. I mean, Kendall Fuller with $10 million, and that's really, really not that much compared to, a lot of some other corners and what receivers have received, with Mark Cooper getting $20 million and Bradbury getting $15 million and Byron Jones getting $15-16 million. So we really haven't used a lot of money, to be honest with you at all in this free agency. One thing that I don't like about this free agency, and it's not over yet, is that Ron Rivera really has not gotten a lot of guys to help out our young quarterback, man. If you're going to throw Dwayne Haskins out there, who only had 7 starts, started 1 year of college, and you really haven't gotten him a tight end that can really, really help him. And God bless Logan Thomas. I like him, but I don't even see him making the team right now, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't want him to make the team over hell hinges. Now, Jeremy Sprinkle, in my opinion, should be cut. But I really wanted another tight end that can really help him out. You let Eric Ebron go to the Steelers for $6 million per year, which really wasn't that much, which was very, very affordable. Only on a short-term deal, he definitely should have made that move. So I give Ron an F on that. The move for Kendall Fuller was a good move, but all the other moves, Thomas Davis was a good move, but all the other signings are really just depth bench guy signings that have been injury prone. Sean Davis injury prone last year. J.D. McKissick injury last year. So the moves have really, really not helped out the young quarterback at all. No other receiver to really help out Terry McLaurin at all either. So it's not looking. Even John Kimes at C- right now. So a grade for Ron right now through the first week of free agency. And I get it. You're trying to save the money and you're getting depth signings, which is cool. But you really got to help out that young quarterback. You really do. And he's not really doing much to help him out. So, and like I said, free agency is not over yet. It's really not over yet. So we'll see. There is the draft, but it is what it is. They're rookies. I don't expect rookies. Not every rookie is going to be like a Terry McLaurin and come in and just kill it every year. It's just not going to happen. Sometimes it just takes time for guys. Sometimes it's going to take some guys 2 to 3 years to really hit their full peak and their full potential. So, and I just don't see, the guys really coming in as a rookie. And I could be wrong. Who knows? But, if we're just going to rely on rookies to really help out Dwayne Haskins, it's going to be really rough. It's going to be real rough. So, we'll see, man. And once again, in Ron we trust, but we'll see, man. I really hope he does get a veteran tight end that can really help out a Dwayne Haskins and another veteran receiver that can really help Terry on the other side as well. And you definitely should still draft a tight end, and I would definitely still draft a receiver as well. Just because you sign a receiver doesn't mean you can't still draft a receiver. Just because you signed Delaney Walker, who's probably the best available tight end right now, doesn't mean you don't draft a tight end. You should sign Delaney and draft what's his name, Adam Troutman or Bryson Hopkins. Cole Kmet, I don't think he's going to drop to the 3rd round. But even if you sign a tight end, you should still draft one. Even if you sign a Robbie Anderson or Brashad Perriman, whoever who's left, I would still draft another receiver. Honestly, I still would just for more. The receivers are so talented. I just want one more veteran receiver out there to really help Dwayne Haskins. That's just how I feel about it. Because right now everybody's going to their second year. Calvin Harmon second year, Steve Sims second year, Terry second year, going to the second year, and then whoever we draft is going to be a rookie. So, all right, y'all. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think we can get in return for Quinton Dunbar. So I really hope we restructure Ryan Kerrigan pretty soon as well. All right, y'all. Hail to them Skins. Peace.